Today's Sunday story is called Dream On. You have to see it before you see it. The importance of vision cannot be understated. Having a vision for your life is the difference between being in charge of yourself and bringing forth the vision of someone who has curated their life. Today, I am reminded of this because it's my aunt's birthday. Let me tell you about my Aunt Myrna. First off, she's not my aunt. Technically, she's my cousin, but she's my mom's age and she's my godmother, so I grew up calling her such. She's my great aunt's daughter, my grandfather's sister. She and my mom were born less than a month apart. With two people who are so close in age and a close family, it's hard not to make comparisons. The differences that I see between my mom and aunt are having a vision and a plan for their lives. My mom allowed life to dictate its terms to her, whereas my aunt had a plan for her life all along. The song that this is based on is called Dream On by Willie Moore Jr. In that song, he says, "Most y'all think money is the remedy. When you don't have none, I know it seems to be. The finer things in life can get you fidgety, but hard times will get you ready for where you finna be. Have faith. Don't listen to what people say, because they don't want to see you make it anyway. Stay strong, especially when times are getting rough. If people don't laugh at your dream, it ain't big enough." And my mom planned on making her career in the Army, having ranked high in her high school ROTC. But she was pregnant when she graduated, so that dream disappeared. And along with it went the possibility of marrying the man that she loved. So she would eventually marry my father and give birth to her second son, my brother Juan that I talk about all the time. Then me a year later. Now my dad was no slouch. He was a highly trained and paid master electrician, and the future looked bright for the Solomon family. That is, until crack attacked. Now, the song says, "Most of y'all can't wait for what's for you. You'd rather cut corners instead of going through. Most times, that's the worst thing you could ever do. Stand strong and learn what you need to. I know you don't like to be a loner, but what don't kill you make you stronger. And some folks don't believe. Prove them wrong, bruh. If people don't laugh at your dream, it ain't big enough." Now, my Aunt Myrna, on the other hand, had her sights set on being a nurse and refused to allow anything, especially an unplanned pregnancy, to deter her from that dream. She married her husband, my Uncle Mike, in the mid-'80s, where my brother Juan and I appeared in her wedding party as the junior bride and groom. Aunt Myrna and Uncle Mike moved into a gorgeous house in Detroit's richest neighborhood and started their family. I was old enough to babysit for her children, which I did on weekends and family vacations. Those trips helped to shape my paradigm to see beyond Detroit, Dexter Avenue, and all of the other things that seem to await people in my immediate vicinity. Aunt Myrna and Uncle Mike worked a lot. Her in the busiest hospital system in Metro Detroit, and him for the state. I loved going to their house to babysit. I counted it a pleasure to do the small chores that came along with looking after my little cousins. They were good kids, and it was a nice reprieve from my own siblings. They took me along with them on their family vacations, Mackinac Island, Wheels End, and other excursions that showed me the things that I still have plans to repeat as an adult with my baby ladies. Seeing their intact family reunion, their family unit, helped me to see how a family was supposed to function. A loving and caring father, a dutiful mother, and siblings who looked out for each other. I still hold those memories close to my heart today. Bizzle says, "Dream big, even if you're small right now. Tell the dream killers you don't want to talk right now. Got hard for a while, but it's all right now. Got to huff and puff and blow the walls right down. Don't aim for the block, aim for the stars. Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, and Mars. So even if you fall, you can land in the clouds. Better aim for a mansion than land in a house. Sky ain't the limit no more. Look past that. See the finish line and then lap that. Be the man where you used to get laughed at. God on it, who are they to say you can't have that? Even when you fall, don't give up. Get up. Pick up where you left. Confess you're a winner. Keep shooting high till you tear the whole ceiling up. If people don't laugh at your dream, it ain't big enough. Dream on." I get goosebumps just reading that. That song really means a lot to me. It was the song that I listened to the most in 2019, according to Spotify, and probably will be for 2020. Back to my Aunt Myrna. Spending time with their family allowed me to dream bigger dreams than what the hood allowed most of us to think about. It seems small, but it's not. I saw the power of choice, personal responsibility. My mom got pregnant at 17. Aunt Myrna was chaste until marriage. I learned as a kid that the number one indicator of poverty was single parenthood, something that was abundantly clear to me growing up in a single parent household and seeing the differences between how my cousins who had their dads in the home and how they lived versus us. Despite being married and divorced twice, by the grace of God, I've been able to avoid the pitfalls of poverty because of the choices that I've made. My mom will be the first to admit that she didn't make the greatest choices, especially when it came to men. I'm no exception. But I am forever grateful that her experiences allowed me to glean those tough lessons that I've come to appreciate that much more after her death. Aunt Myrna and Uncle Mike still serve as an inspiration and love for my family to this day. We spent Easter and Christmas with them last year at their gorgeous, beautiful house that is even more beautiful than the one that they lived in when I was a kid. My kids call it a mansion, rightfully so, because our house can fit in it 4 times over. When I explained to them as we left their home, our bellies full and a car full of gifts, is that this is what your life can look like when you operate with a vision in mind for yourself, for your marriage, and for your family. Seeing it before you see it increases the likelihood that you will see it, because you have to see it before you see it, or you will never see it.